they declared Tua cleared for football activity so he can start throwing and things like, not that he can take on contact and things like that. He's not healthy enough for that yet.
Still got to wear the special jersey in practice, no contact.
Yeah, they're going to do that kind of stuff for him, but I mean, he's going to be able to do some workouts and things like that. And again, this is what I say to people that bring this up. Okay, he's been cleared for activities. Does that mean he's durable? Does that mean that he can take hits? Because last time I checked, here's a guy that's been breaking down since high school, and now people, when they hear that he's making progress and that he's healthy, that doesn't mean he's durable. And some of you out there, you get a little personal about this. Look, I got nothing against Tua. I love the kid. I mean, how can you not like him? He's extremely likable, right? He's got a great attitude. He's a leader. He's a winner. And he's a great passer. I really love him as a passer. His accuracy is, I've told you guys and ladies out there many, many times, when quarterbacks have accuracy, I get sexually aroused. Okay? And when they don't have accuracy, well, then that's an absolute turnoff for me. I'm like, I don't need you. All right?
I'm sharing too much information.
I don't want to actually depend on worrying about the moment that you may have accuracy or you may not. I don't care to deal with that. And this kid, you never have to worry about that, but you have to worry if he can stay on his 2 feet. And no matter what you tell me that he's cleared for practice or that he's making progress, he's always done that in every other injury he's had. And then he gets injured again. And that's my problem with all of this. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I think people get all excited and they don't look at the big picture. This is the guy that had injuries in high school, cannot finish a season in college, and could not even finish his career with Alabama. And it really was a short career. So it wasn't a guy that was playing all 4 years or anything like that. And 1 year he played 15 games, and the other year he played 9 games. And he also had his moments in the big games that didn't work out for him sometimes. And there's a lot of question marks when it comes to his durability. And that's why I'm telling you that you got to look at this with a grain of salt, because the fact that he's been cleared means nothing whatsoever. And the fact that you like him or I like him as a passer means nothing whatsoever. You still have to draft him. And when you have to draft him, you then have to pray that he can do something he never does, which is stay healthy. And to me, that's my biggest concern. If your body doesn't hold up, then how can I expect you to be a long-term player? You know, one guy sent me if he only lasts for 5 years, I'd rather have 5 good years of Tua than another year of Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He can't play 5 years in Alabama. So how do you even expect him to last 5 years? You know, I get what I kind of get where he was coming from, but he was already guaranteeing 5 years for Tua. Like, no, his injuries will come on the back end of his career after 5, which back end of a quarterback's career should not be 5. Should be like after 10 or 12, should be the back end of your career. Okay, can you play another 5 or 7 or 8? You know, that kind of stuff. And that's where the Tua situation, you know, for me, that's where I've said you can't draft him. Now, I'm going to understand why they do take him at 5. I get it, because it's too tempting. And some of you out there, you're so desperate for the quarterback, and so am I. But I'm not desperate to the point that I'm going to take a chance on a guy that I feel is going to end up breaking down. And I love the people out there. Well, how are you so sure he's going to break down? Well, it's not that I'm sure. I'm just going by the track record. That's all. And it's not that like I'm rooting for the kid to fail. That sucks, dude. I don't want him to fail because I'd like for him to succeed. But it's not like I'm wishing for him to fail or anything along those lines. If he gets drafted by the Dolphins, I'm going to be praying that he can stay healthy. Dude, I would hope that Ryan Tannehill would not actually, screw up games. I was rooting for him. Not that I ever thought he was going to turn into a really good quarterback ever, but I was rooting for him. I mean, it doesn't. Once you put on the Dolphin uniform, I'm rooting for you. I want you to do well. But I know what you are. It's like Jay Ajayi. When they drafted him, I told you guys from the get-go, I liked the pick when they made it, but I also told you he won't see a second contract with the Dolphins because the knee is so mangled, nobody's really going to give him a deal. But it's a fifth-round pick, so nobody looks at that. Nobody cares. It's not a big deal. Yatil Green became a big deal, kind of the same thing as Tua. When Jimmy was drafting him, I said the same thing. I said, I would never draft Yatil Green. Phenomenal young man. But he can't stay healthy. I watched him at the University of Miami. And his injuries, by the way, aren't as bad as Tua's. Yatil was a tweak of a hammy, an ankle, whatever. It would keep him out of half a game. That's it. He really didn't have like a blown knee and then out for a year and then a shoulder or whatever. No, it wasn't like major injuries. But he had injuries constantly. And I never wanted him on the team. And it was nothing personal. And it wasn't me predicting anything. It's just medically look at it. Yatil breaks down all the time. Medically look at it. Jay Ajayi has a mangled knee. And he never got that second contract. Even helping the Eagles win a Super Bowl, they didn't reward him. Why? Because they saw the knee. And so it's not a matter of, oh, my God, hates Tua. No, I don't hate Tua, dude. I'm just going by the track record of Tua. Like I went by the track record of Yatil Green. Like I told you, Bowers out of Clemson. A defensive end that was coming out, Daquan Bowers. I want to say maybe 7 years ago. I said, hey, if the Dolphins think of drafting him or anybody else, it's going to be hard for him to see a second contract because he's got a bad knee. The Tua thing is not a new thing for me, okay? And I'm consistent as a mofo on this. If there's an injury-prone player, I stay away from it. If the quarterback's inaccurate, I don't want him. That's how I am. That's how I've always been. Consistent as hell. Whether it's Ryan Tannehill, whether it's Josh Allen, or Lamar Jackson. 3 different kinds of quarterbacks, all 3 inaccurate. You can have them all. And they're going to have moments. But are they ever going to be the guy? No. I'm consistent as hell on all of this. And anybody that's followed our show over the years, you remember me talking about Jay Ajayi. You remember me talking about Daquan Bowens. You remember me talking about Yatil Green. Some of you weren't even born when I was talking about Yatil Green, but whatever. Still, but I'm old. I'm sorry. I've been in radio for 30 years. It's a long time. But it's just, that's what it is. So I'm humored by the people that watched that report and that all of a sudden Tua's going to be fixed. And he's not. Tua's just like you and me. And if we played in the NFL or in college football, he wouldn't last. We would be breaking down left and right because it's only normal, okay, that you would break down. The abnormal people are the guys that actually stay healthy. How you stay healthy in that sport, it's impressive because it's just something that's not normal.
The gentleman that was talking about 5 years, is that 5 years, 16 games being 80? Or is that 5 years and you get them for 6, then you get them for 8, and you know what I mean?
No, it's 5 dog years, which is about 9 games.
Okay, so you got a 7-to-1 ratio, cut it back.
So it's about 9-10 games, and then he's and then he gets injured. That's what he probably. That's really what it meant.
Not a 16 full.
He didn't know that. He's thinking 5 years. It's really 5 dog years. So it's a fraction of the year. While he gets fractured. And again, not rooting for the kid. I was not rooting against Yatiel Green either. But you just saw it.
Question though. He's been cleared for football activity.
Yes.
Does that mean full speed? Doing
No.
Right? They're going to ease them.
They have no choice.
Right.
No choice. The guy's not even a year removed from
Because it's about that plant, that run, get out, plant, stop, place your feet and throw. You know what I mean?
My brother, it's about taking a hit.
Well, I'm talking
I'm not
about.
even worried about.
Wait.
I'm worried about taking a hit.
Well, for me, right now, what they've cleared him for, what he can do.
Yeah, but
no contact.
That's not where he gets injured.
Contact is down the road.
That's where I'm concerned. That's my point.
Right.
That he can run around and throw doesn't mean anything to me.